As huge car fans, we're always looking forward to the next new models. But this week we grabbed the keys to two machines that are much more than just brand new. What's old is indeed new again. The long-awaited new Z-Car from Nissan is a retro rocket with a modern twist. Nissan's design goal for the 2003 350Z was to embody the spirit of the original Datsun 240Z, but updated and with strong visual and driving appeal. Well, after our exclusive first track test in the 350Z, we can say that they've definitely succeeded. 2 full days on the twists and turns of Virginia International Raceway's challenging North Course confirmed the rear-drive Z to be nimble, finely balanced, and deceptively fast. While its spirit is rooted in the past, the new Z is thoroughly modern underneath with a trick 4-wheel independent suspension and a full complement of electronic traction, stability, and braking aids. The name 350Z, following Nissan tradition, refers to the car's 3.5-liter V6, which it shares with Infinity's G35. In this guise, it pumps out an ample 287 horsepower and 274 pound-feet of torque. That's power enough to propel the Z sharply out of corners and briskly away from many of its sports car competitors. Styling also pays homage to Z-Car tradition, with the clean, spare lines of the original especially evident, but with a little of the last 300ZX mixed in too. The comfortable, if Spartan, 2-place cabin is also up to date. The 3-bay gauge cluster is another Z hallmark. The 2003 Nissan 350Z goes on sale in August, but nearly 6,500 of the Z faithful have already pre-ordered theirs. Prices start at just $26,269. Our full-tilt track model, one of 4 pre-configured packages available, came standard with 18-inch wheels, Brembo brakes, and xenon headlights for just $34,079. Still one nostalgic steal. The 350Z will give other performance cars, legendary or not, a real run for their money. And we'll be sure to let you know who's winning that race after we finish just a few more laps. Now, if you're hankering for legendary off-road performance, then your ticket to dirt driving is the all-new 2003 Hummer H2. One of GM's goals in designing the new Hummer H2 was that it had to perform like the original military-based Hummer H1. And after our first experiences with the H2 at Hummer's off-road test track in South Bend, Indiana, we can attest that the new recruit is pure Hummer. While the 03 Hummer H2 doesn't have quite as much ground clearance as the H1, the styling is unmistakable. The boxy body and near vertical windshield look tough, and short front and rear overhang put the wheels right at the corners, just where you need them for navigating steep, rocky trails. But inside there are big differences. The interior is much roomier and more stylish than the H1. There are also big differences out on the highway. The H2 is much easier to drive. And with its triple sealed doors, the ride is quieter than some luxury cars we've tested. H2 power is by way of GM's Vortex 6000 V8. It delivers 316 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. Of course, 4-wheel drive is standard. In this case, it happens to be an all-new BorgWarner 2-speed electronically controlled full-time system. Knowing that you want your Hummer to look different from your neighbors, GM has readied a wide variety of accessories all lined up to give your H2 a unique uniform. So, is the 2003 Hummer H2 worth its $48,800 enlistment fee? Well, we'll have more on that later. But what we can tell you right now is that with legendary Hummer capabilities and tough looks and comforts to handle the cushiest mission, the H2 is no raw recruit.